I left my home. The fact that I was created from clay, it made me... I didn't belong. I felt different from all my sisters. But that's not a fact anymore. This week on the Comic Book Report, we'll be taking a look at Wonder Woman Blood, Volume 1 of the New 52. Stick around and check it out. Hello again, my faithful friends. My name is Dominic, and welcome to the Comic Book Report, where we review comic books and graphic novels so you can get an idea of what to read. This week, we'll be taking a look at Wonder Woman Blood, Volume 1 by Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chiang, and Tony Akins. Some quick facts about today's collection. Wonder Woman Blood is part of the New 52, which launched in later 2011. This volume includes the first 6 issues of the titular series, as well as some bonus artwork in this 160-page hardcover collection. And of course, I'm going to issue a general spoiler alert. I will be flipping through the volume today, as well as doing a brief plot synopsis of its contents. And with that, it's time to dive into today's collection. Here is the volume we'll be reviewing today. As I mentioned, this is Volume 1 of New 52's Wonder Woman. The first 6 volumes in this set were all written by Brian Azzarello, and my understanding is his run is both a good jumping on and jumping off point for this series. It's fairly self-contained. The edition itself is that standard-sized hardcover that DC was releasing for all of their New 52 hardcover collections, and this is really no different. It'll look really great uniformly along with any of your other New 52 collections. I do like that from a collector standpoint. The spines all look great on a shelf together. You can see right here too, it has that standard embedding where you can see the Wonder Woman on the cover here and as well on the spine. Nothing too special. As we dive into the book itself, I'd love to take a moment just to describe my context with this particular collection. I remember when I was collecting comics back in about 2011, 2012, the New 52 was a really big buzz around DC, and as a newer collector, I felt like it was such a great time to jump on board all the new things they were doing. And this, like so many other New 52 runs, is just such a great entry point for someone who wants to check out one of their favorite heroes without really wanting to do much of the homework. That being said, this title was not one I visited back in 2011 or 2012. I remember around that time hearing all the buzz that this was one of the best titles of the New 52 initiative. I saw so many people praising Brian Azzarello's work on this, as well as Cliff Chiang, the art direction. And just hearing that this was such a unique and exciting run. But I had other priorities. At the time I was reading for DC things like Batman and Superman and even Aquaman. I think The Flash a little bit as well. But Wonder Woman just wasn't in my catalog. I wasn't super interested. Flash forward about a decade, I see that New 52 is really starting to buzz again. We're starting to get re-releases in omnibus format. And I'm diving into some of these comics again, and some for the first time, and I thought this is the time to check out Wonder Woman, so I picked up a copy, and wow guys, I was impressed. The writing is just so sharp by Azzarello, and what Cliff Chiang does with the art direction is just astounding. The canvas, the color palette are so vibrant and jaw-dropping. They provide such rich contrast, panel after panel. One of the things I like too, I'm not sure what it's called, but all of the character models have a very thick outline, which gives it almost a cartoony quality, but I love it, and it makes the art so distinctive and pop out from the page. As for the content of the narrative itself, this is a little bit of a retcon. We get an entirely different approach to Wonder Woman's origin story. I understand that this was very divisive for longtime fans as it played with the whole mythology of this character, but it's at the core of what Azzarello tries to do throughout his entire run. That being, instead of saying Diana, or Wonder Woman, came from clay, in this one it asserts that she is the blood child of the Queen of the Amazons, and Zeus himself, making the character sort of a demigoddess. Why adding this wrinkle is so fascinating in context of this run and this collection is that it introduces a level of insecurity in the main character of Wonder Woman, who now questions so much about her identity and her place and her role, as well as simultaneously opening her up to some of the most screwed up family dynamics of all time as she juggles her new relationships with all of her half-siblings and uncles and aunts and figures that populate Mount Olympus. As she grapples with all of this, the story centers around her trying to save another demi-baby from the hands of her newly discovered family. And that's really a primer for this first collection. You can see some of the art here at the end. But this collection really ends on a cliffhanger, guys. The whole run feels like that. It's hard to start Volume 1 without committing to all 6 volumes. Before we start grading the collection, though, I want to go ahead and showcase more of Cliff Chiang's and Tony Akins' art. You can see here just how lush and vibrant that color palette is, the use of lighting and shadow, and the outlining that really makes these characters jump right out at you. Now let's go ahead and give this collection a grade. For Wonder Woman Blood, Volume 1 of the New 52, the Comic Book Report gives it an A-. This volume's refreshing retcon of Wonder Woman's origin, coupled with its crisp and dynamic art direction, and its truly unpredictable cast of characters, set this collection above the rest. It serves as a fantastic entry point for all of those who would like to start reading Wonder Woman and are not sure where to begin. It's a story to remember and a great start to the Azzarello run. And that just about does it for this week on the Comic Book Report. I hope you enjoyed my coverage of Wonder Woman Blood. If you are interested, I highly recommend picking this up, either physical copy or digital. And if you did enjoy my video, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to my channel. We send out new video reviews every Wednesday, along with a couple bonus videos here and there. And if you have time, please consider checking out some of my other videos. I'm a newer YouTuber, and every view matters. Thank you so much. And until next time, I hope you have a great week.